Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Podcast Studio, the place where we explore how artificial intelligence is changing our lives for the better. I'm your host, AI Podcast Studio. Have you ever felt stuck while learning a new language? That feeling like you've hit a wall, especially with English. You know the grammar rules, you've memorized vocabulary lists, but when it's time to actually speak, you freeze up. Well, if that sounds familiar, then this episode is for you. Today, I'm getting personal and sharing my story of how AI became my secret weapon to finally master English. And hey, if you're passionate about using technology for self-improvement, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss what we have coming up. So let's rewind a bit. For years, I was what you'd call a passive English learner. I could read articles, I could understand movies, mostly. But speaking, that was a whole different story. My confidence was at an all-time low. I was terrified of making mistakes. I remember one specific moment that I'll never forget. I was in a video call with a potential client from the US. I'd practiced my pitch 100 times in my head. But when they asked me a question I hadn't prepared for, my mind went completely blank. I started stammering, using the wrong words. The silence on the other end felt like an eternity. I felt so embarrassed. It was a huge wake-up call. I realized my traditional methods, textbooks, and apps with flashcards weren't enough. They weren't preparing me for the real world. That's when I stumbled upon the new wave of AI tools, specifically conversational AI like ChatGPT. I was skeptical at first. I thought, how can a robot teach me to sound natural? But I was desperate, so I gave it a shot. And honestly, it changed everything. This wasn't just about asking AI to do my homework. It was about creating a personalized, interactive learning system. Let me break down my daily routine for you, focusing on the core skills. First, speaking practice. This was my biggest fear, so I tackled it head on. I would open up ChatGPT and give it a prompt like, act as a friendly barista at a coffee shop. I will be the customer. Let's have a short, natural conversation. Please correct any major mistakes I make after our conversation ends. And then, using the voice-to-text feature on my phone, I would have an actual conversation with the AI. I'd order a coffee, ask for directions, anything. The best part? No judgment. I could practice at 2 a.m. in my pajamas, making all the mistakes in the world, and the AI wouldn't care. It was my 24/7 patient speaking partner. Next, listening and vocabulary. I love watching tech reviews on YouTube, but sometimes the slang and idioms went right over my head. So I'd grab the transcript, paste it into an AI tool, and ask, please identify any idioms or slang in this text and explain them to me like I'm 15 years old. Then give me 3 new ways to use the phrase off the cuff. Suddenly, I wasn't just passively listening anymore. I was actively engaging with the content, building my vocabulary in a context that was interesting to me. And finally, grammar. Grammar. Instead of just using a basic spell checker, I would write a short journal entry or an email, and then ask the AI to be my personal grammar tutor. My prompt was key. Correct the grammar in this paragraph, but don't just give me the answer. Please create a simple table that shows my mistake, the correction, and a short, simple explanation of why it was a mistake. This was the game changer. I wasn't just fixing errors, I was understanding the rules behind them, which helped me stop making the same mistakes over and over again. Just jumping in here for a second. If you're finding these prompts and ideas useful, imagine what else you could learn. The world of AI is moving fast, and I'm here to break it all down for you every single week. So if you haven't already, take a moment to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It's the best way to support the channel and stay ahead of the curve. All right, let's get back to it. So why was this AI method so much more effective than anything I tried before? I think it boils down to 3 key benefits. 1. No judgment zone. The fear of sounding stupid is the biggest barrier for language learners. AI removes that fear completely. It's a safe space to fail, and failure is where real learning happens. 2. Infinite personalization. A textbook gives everyone the same chapter on business English. With AI, I created my own job interview English, or talking about sci-fi movies English. It's learning tailored perfectly to your life and your interests, which keeps you motivated. And 3, instant, actionable feedback. You don't have to wait a week for your teacher to grade your paper. You get corrections and explanations in seconds. This creates a powerful feedback loop that accelerates your learning dramatically. So, what were the results? Well, about 6 months after that horrible client call, I had another one with a different international company. This time, I was ready. I wasn't just reciting a script. I was having a dynamic conversation. I could understand their questions, make jokes, and express my ideas clearly and confidently. And you know what? I got the project. But it's not just about professional success. It's about the small wins. It's ordering food at a restaurant without pointing at the menu. It's understanding the lyrics to my favorite song. It's feeling like I can connect with people from all over the world without a language barrier holding me back. My English isn't perfect, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection. And AI gave me the confidence to build that. Look, AI is not a magic pill. You still have to show up and do the work. But it is without a doubt the most powerful tool a language learner has ever had access to. So if you're feeling stuck on your English journey, I want you to try this. Open up an AI tool tonight. Don't be afraid. Ask it to be your conversation partner. Ask it to explain a confusing grammar rule. Ask it to write a silly story with your new vocabulary words. Your journey to confident, fluent English can start right now. Embrace the technology, be patient with yourself, and just start talking. What are your favorite ways to learn a language? Have you used AI? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Thank you so much for tuning in to AI Podcast Studio today. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and, most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next episode, where we'll be exploring how AI is revolutionizing creative writing. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.